Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. Super excited to be back today. I finally have a project to show you that I have done and that we are going to be making together on camera. So I'm really excited about that. It's been it's been a few minutes since I've had a tutorial or a craft along video. So yeah, it's been a while. So hopefully I haven't forgotten how to do that. So in this first video though, this is a little introduction video. I'm going to flip through this, show you what we are going to make in the video series. And I am going to show you the things that you're going to need to make this particular journal. And I'm going to do that real quick first, just so you can be thinking ahead. This journal was made with 3 file folders, and all 3 file folders have the tab on the side. Doesn't really matter which side the tab is on, whether it's on the left or the right, because you can always just flip the file folder inside out to have the tab facing the direction that you need it to go. So this is using 3 normal US letter-sized file folders. These happen to be about 11.5 inches long. So obviously if you are going to be using a different sized file folder, your measurements will end up being different than mine. And yes, I know for those of you out of the US, sometimes it's hard for you to get a hold of file folders, and I'm sorry for that. I don't know what to tell you other than maybe possibly Amazon or yeah, I don't know. So but nevertheless, every time I do a file folder project, I get a gazillion messages about people who say I can't get file folders. What should I do? I don't know. I am sorry. Also, the paper that I'm using in this project is a Hobby Lobby paper, which I know if you're not in the US, you won't be able to get this, but maybe you can find something else that works for you. Even if you are in the US, you may not want to do a bee themed kit. Get yourself a different set of papers, embellishments, stickers, things that match and go together and make this project your own. But if you want to make yours just like mine, this is what I'm using. Again, Paper Studio brand from Hobby Lobby. It is item number 202-6300. It is the Bees Paper Crafting Kit. Super cute. We will go through the elements that are inside this later, but that is what I'm going to be using in this video. Again, don't feel obligated to use the same thing as me. Get yourself a paper kit or pad of paper, or use digital papers that you can print yourself. What else are we going to be using? Book pages. I'm going to use random book pages in here to help break up the monotony of the pattern paper. So I'm using book pages. So I've gone ahead and found several book pages to use. And these came from a gardening book, which I think they go well with the theme because it's bees. So I'm using gardening book pages rather than, you know, something out of a romance novel or something, you know. Book pages, I'm using a larger format book page so I can get some taller pieces. I am also using lined paper. So regular notebook paper or something with lines if you want lined paper. I'm just showing you what I used in this and what I'm going to be using in the one I make, but I'm going to be using some lined paper. This particular lined paper comes from my bee kit that is in my shop on Etsy. I have a honeybee kit. Honey Blossom, I think is what I named the kit. If you've already got that kit and you want to print you some lined paper from that kit, go ahead and do that if you want, or use whatever paper you want to use, but you're going to need some plain paper. If you don't already have that kit of mine, there's no need to run over there and buy that kit just so you can have some lined paper. Anyway. And just other than that, just regular tools. I did use eyelets and an eyelet setter because I am going to be making this as like a travel journal or sort of like a travel notebook where you can pull the signatures out. So I did use eyelets and eyelet setter, some elastics, and then your normal bits and bobs that you would use to decorate things. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and open this up. I've just tied it closed with some sari silk. because I do have it pretty jammed pack full, and I did not attach the sari silk, although you could if you wanted to. All right, so this has lots of flips and flaps, so I'm really excited about it. Here on the front, this first flap is a pocket, and I've left the integrity of the file folder tab here so that you can clearly see it was made from a file folder. And we have little tags, book page. Here's where that lined paper comes into play. I like to put lined paper on the back of my tags and journaling cards, just so you can write more efficiently on them. So like I said, that's just totally optional. Okay, then this flips open this way. I have, again, some more lined paper that I've just kind of stacked up and stapled. I'll show you how I did that. There's a little lined paper pad right here. Then this back pocket here, again, is another file folder. So there's the tab. And we're going to create this cute little tag. Lined paper on the back. Okay, so that's the front. The front flip flaps, and then it also flips this way. So there's that book page. That's why I was using those taller book pages. Just a cute little journaling card. I could have put lined paper or plain paper on the back. Guess I could still do that. These little embellishments you're seeing, those all came in the paper kit that I'm using. Okay, now that was the front, and then now we open it up, and here in the side pocket we have a little pull-out journal. The cover was made using a double layer of book pages. So then we just have a couple of journaling cards tucked here in the bands, one in the front and the back, and then I've just decorated the front page with a little sticker from the Papercrafting kit, and I've just used a bunch of coffee dyed paper. So that's another thing you'll need for this project, is just paper to fill your signatures and your little mini journal with. So whether that's coffee dyed paper or just random papers, you'll want that. Okay, inside the front cover we have a double pocket. Pull these out so that you can see. So we have a pocket there in the back and a pocket here in the front. In the back we'll have this long, kind of slender journaling card that folds open. And then here in the front we have just two small tags. Okay, and then we have our first journal signature. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it out so that you can see what I was talking about with the elastics. So a traveler's notebook typically has removable signatures so that you can replace them when you have filled your journal signature and you don't have to get a new cover. So that's what I've done with this. I've just created them that way so that they're easily removable for journaling. Although if you don't have an eyelet setter, you know, like a crocodile or some other eyelet setter and elastics and all that, there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't just go ahead and sew this signature into your cover like you would any other journal. Okay, so we have scrapbook paper that came in the kit with a book page to kind of sturdy it up. So the one thing I noticed with this paper crafting kit, these were single-sided sheets. They were blank on the back, so they are rather thin. They are perfect for doing projects like this where you're going to glue them to something. So they were not a real heavy paper. So you might keep that in mind if you're going to be using a paper crafting kit that's a heavier paper. You may not want to double up layers like I've been doing. So anyway, in the signature, I just have some plain papers, nothing fancy, coffee dyed paper. I have a journaling card in both the front and the back pocket. I did stick a junk mail envelope in there that I backed with paper. I haven't made anything to go down inside of it. The second signature is identical to the first, other than I changed the cover. So again, it was the paper backed with book pages, journal card in the front and the back, just some random bits and bobs of paper. Oh, one cool thing I did in both signatures is I did take a sheet of coffee paper and I sewed a little pocket page in there. Okay, then I'll put those back in later. So they would just slip right back in your elastics where you got them from. So you just pull your elastics, just slip that right back in there, and I'll put that other one in later. Okay, then in the back cover, I have a little eyelet here on this file folder flap. Get that to move out of the way so you can see. And I've just pinned a little bee and ribbon and some little snippets there to be cute. So we have some more flaps. This one here, again, you can clearly see it's a file folder. Tag. This flips open. And then we have another pocket with a tag. It's going to go right there. And then it flaps open this way. And on this side we have a frame. The frame was in the kit, and then this flower embellishment that I added was in there. And this holds a picture because I left it open at the top. Hang on. Here we go. I don't have a photo, but here I have a prayer card, so that'll work. We'll just slide Jesus down in there. See? And then you can just slide a picture down in there. Uh-oh. Got Jesus stuck in there. There we go. All right. Put that back up here. Okay. And then on this side, I've just have some lined paper over here. And then this little bee poking out here on this last file folder pocket. He's like, he has a little surprise. See, he just pulls out, and this long journaling card is hidden in there. Okay, that goes right back down in there. Close that, that's the back. And then on the spine, I have another little bulb pin with some ribbon snippets and a little bee charm. So that is what we're going to be making. So this was just the flip through to show you what we're going to be making and give you some time to gather your materials. Again, you're going to need 3 file folders with the tab on the left or right. It doesn't matter as long as it's the tab on the side. 3 file folders. Again, mine are the American or US letter sized folders, so they are about 11.5 inches long. I've got some book pages. These are some tall book pages. I wanted to make sure that they covered my full width of my file folder so that I wouldn't have to layer a bunch of them up. So I have that. I'm using some lined paper. Again, this lined paper, this specific lined paper is in the bee kit that's in my shop. And then the other thing I am specifically using is the Paper Studio kit, Papercrafting kit, the bees from Hobby Lobby. 202-6300 is the item number. It's $6.99, although don't pay full price. Hobby Lobby runs Paper Studio brand items, either 40 or 50. They don't run 50% off as much as they used to. I've noticed. Now it's usually 40% off. But anyway, they run those sales about, I don't know, it used to be like every other week. Maybe it's every, I don't know, it's every 2-3 weeks. I'm not sure. Ask them at Hobby Lobby, they'll tell you. But I wouldn't pay full price for it. Although it is a nice kit. For $6.99, it is a nice kit. It has 10 12 by 12 scrapbooking papers. It has a sheet of stickers. These. Oh, nope, those are the die cuts. Here's the sheet of stickers. There's a sheet of stickers. Then it comes with a sheet of alphabet stickers, which I didn't use any of those. And then it comes with these 25 die cut shapes, which I have a few left over. These rather large ones I did not end up using, and I didn't use these bees. I didn't use this frame, and there's another frame in there. This frame, I did not use that one. Other than that, I used all the die cuts, and I used nearly all the paper. This piece, and this piece, and that piece, and this. And then other than that, some little strips here and there, just throwaway things. But that's, I mean, I used almost the whole page kit. I used all the die cuts. I used all the stickers. Anyway, again, that was 10 sheets of scrapbook paper. So that should give you an idea of how many papers to look for if you're not going to be using the same paper kit for me. It's going to take about 10 12 by 12 scrapbooking papers or decorative papers, okay? Along with your book pages, your plain papers, and then some embellishments, okay? All right, so gather your materials. I'll meet you back here next time, and we will make first just the bare bones, the blank book, okay? We're going to make that just in the next video. And the reason I'm going to do only that part in the next video is so that way, if you don't want to decorate yours with me and you want to just go out on your own and you're done with me at that point, you don't have to watch anymore. You can watch that first video and be done. That way you'll have the bare bones. Okay? All right. I will see you guys next time. All right. Gather your stuff. Meet you back here. Bye.